Well, we had the Eternals trailer drop. There was a wave of hype. Then there was a, wait a second, this is a plot hole. Again, can people please
What's
learn
the
what a
plot
plot
hole?
hole is?
What's the plot hole? The fact that they never
They
interfered.
didn't interfere, Mitch, and that's a
Okay,
giant plot hole.
okay,
Kevin Feige doesn't
okay.
know what he's doing. This is going to kill the MCU. Look, take every article ever since Iron Man 1 and just rinse and repeat. This is going to be the end of the MCU and plot holes, and there we go.
Yeah.
Like,
I was talking to someone in the comments because they said like, don't compare this trailer to the Guardians one because the Guardians one had personality and character. It's like people trashed on that trailer.
they hated it.
Yeah, like, and I said that, and they're like, "Oh, well, you might have thought that." It's like, no, I'd never said what I thought in the slightest. Like, just make that abundantly clear here. People hated that first Guardians teaser.
Yes, they did.
They weren't overly hot on the trailer either. I
Is,
know it was 7 years ago, but that's what happened.
that is literally when people started those hit pieces and think pieces of the end of the MCU is coming. This trailer doesn't impress. It has no personality. Nobody likes these characters. Nobody cares. Again, if we go back through history and look at the MCU, there's a lot of revisionist history. Like, you look at it today, everybody's like, of course I knew Avengers was going to make $1.5 billion. Go back to 5 months before even the first trailer, like, Avengers, destined to be a failure. Nobody can unite these characters together. It's like, all right, yeah, like, Eternals is kind of stuck in that same. It's the perpetual rinse and repeat loop of MCU.
Yeah.
I just don't get it.
They're the first big new characters we've had for a while. Obviously, I say that like Captain Marvel didn't just come out a couple of years back, but it's in the exact same spot as Guardians. It's a big team of characters. It's introducing a lot. They're silly obscure, people know who Miss Marvel was back in the day, Captain Marvel. People knew Doctor Strange, people knew Black Panther and Ant-Man and all this. Like Guardians and Eternals, no one knew who they were. Absolutely no one. And it's not a bad thing to be in that situation, because why would people know those characters?
I think it's safe to say, I could say this with 100% certainty, more people were aware of who the Guardians were than the Eternals when the movie was announced. Like, at least Guardians had some comics out there, like, in the late 2000s that were like...
I was going to say, they had the DNA run.
Yeah.
I think they were in Earth's... Was it Earth's Mightiest Heroes right before the movie got announced?
Yep. But
then I think Bendis also had his horrific trash run right before as well. And that makes me shudder.
So at least there was, like, a knowledge of these characters, like a base knowledge, but, like, Eternals is, like...
It's so obscure.
Yeah, and I get some of the negativity, some of the backlash, but, again, if you think that they're going to skip over that they never interfered and make a giant plot hole in the MCU, got some bad news for you, because when you watch that movie, they're going to explain it. The trailer even tells you in dialogue, if you just pay attention, kind of why they don't interfere. And if you look at the Ancient Aliens theory, which is what they said the film is based on, you understand why. They can't interfere because once a species starts to evolve, you got to take a step back and be like, oh no, we created a light. Like,
I say, even that without watching the trailer, if you just know the gig for like Celestials and Eternals, like it's not their job.
Exactly.
It's just, no one's going to complain when the Watcher's not interfering, because everyone knows what the Watcher's deal is.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same case here. It's just on a smaller scale.
Yeah. Yeah, it's...
Obviously in comparison to the Watcher, because the Watcher's a huge scale, but...
Yeah. I mean, this negativity is...
It's expected. It happens virtually every single time, So, it's the first flop, and it's like, it's not going to be the first flop. It might not do the best because of the current situation in the world. Yeah. But it ain't going to be a flop.
And
you're going to get a 2 and a 3 easily.
Easily. And that's sort of the thing, like, with this one. And if you look at their current release schedule and what they're saying, they're like, well, we have, Black Widow coming to theaters and on demand. And then Shang-Chi, 45 days later, it's coming to Disney Plus, just included. And as they said, we're going to remain flexible and look at both releases and see what the numbers do. So Eternals, there's a scenario where 45 days after that, you're probably seeing it on Disney Plus. So even if you somehow don't want to go to a theater yet, or maybe can't, or depend on what happens with theaters, you're still going to have a chance to watch it. So I think overall, even if there is negativity, people be like, oh, just another, it's still going to make money. The last time the internet collectively said that the MCU would lose, Ant-Man became more profitable than Superman. So
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. Like, by now, we should all just understand that the MCU is a powerhouse. They don't seem to be taking any missteps. I don't know how it's possible this far into something to not have a flop.
No,
but
you would have thought something would have gone wrong by now.
Out of all honesty, and as somebody that loves those movies, I could have looked at Ant-Man, and I think everybody did, and goes, that has to be the one. Like, who wants this? And I was like, oh, okay. Like, it's...
I wanted it. I love me Ant-Man.
Yeah. I mean, that's where I was at. Well, I was like, well, I want Ant-Man, but I don't know who does. And, you know, I always say it. There's somebody out there whose favorite MCU films are Ant-Man. And that happens.
Yeah, I know who they are. I know exactly who they are. They're in our Discord.
Yeah, and my wife, too. Anytime I'm like, want to watch a Marvel movie, she's like, Ant-Man. I'm like, we just watched Ant-Man. Just watch those damn movies. But watch them again. Okay, I guess. Like,
it's like when the kids want to watch the same movie like 5 times a day. It's just like, oh.
Yeah.
Why? We've seen Moana 3 times today. Go.
Oh, Moana is so good, though.
Oh, he's a good movie.
Yeah, it's a good movie. So, yeah, Eternals, there's reactions that are hype. There's negative reactions. At the end of the day, what will dictate whether this is a success or not is the critical reception and the box office. And I have a pretty good feeling that both are going to be good. I don't see this being anything under an 80 on Rotten Tomatoes, and I don't see this making terrible money. So, like,
if it does, I'm gonna cry.
Yeah,
I'm too invested in this movie. It's just like, I can't go through life with everyone against the Eternals. I just can't do it. There's too many people.
All they got to do is toss Oscar Award winner Chloe Zhao's name all over it and just sit back and watch it.
This is the thing as well. People are going on about. It's like, Marvel don't care about their creators. Chloe Zhao wasn't in the trailer. It's just like, look at the way it's shot.
Yeah.
If they didn't care, they wouldn't have let her do her thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's clearly Nomadland. She's even got double credits on the poster for screenplay.
Yeah.
Which, when was the last time that I never seen that? I don't think. Not that I've ever really looked, but it's just like, how is that a typo? What's going on here?
Well, I mean, look, we got the teaser, which means that the next trailer is coming this summer, which that's going to be our first one. I won't be shocked if maybe we get it with Black Widow, but I would assume Shang-Chi's second trailer comes with that. So, you know, not a teaser, like an actual trailer.
How long has it been since we got the Shang-Chi teaser?
It's been like, what, a month and a half? Because, like, the toys are already out. I know because I picked them all up, so.
I'd probably say Spider-Man's with Black Widow.
I would assume so, but that's on Sony's time more so than Disney.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
I mean, a part of me hopes Spider-Man gets the Endgame treatment where they're just silent and then suddenly they just drop and you're like, whoa! Like,
right up until like the last 2 months.
Yeah. I mean,
I would be surprised actually.
Same. We don't know. I guess we just wait and see, and we'll get back to Eternals and all that